Okay, for this lesson, we are working in portrait style. So you want it nice and tall. You're gonna take a tracer. Yours might look a little different than mine, but we're just looking for a big circle. So, about in the middle of my paper, I'm gonna place my circle with the hand that I do not draw with. I draw with this hand, so I'm gonna take my other hand and I'm gonna hold it down really hard. And now I'm gonna trace on the outside. That should make a big circle for you. Next, I'm gonna draw the eyes. So we are making a turkey, and since it's close to Thanksgiving, turkeys get eaten. So you might change your expression based on the fact that it's almost Thanksgiving. I like this one because his eyes kind of look like he's worried. So I'm gonna use that as my guide. So, starts with going like this, and then a rounded top. Same thing over here, rounded top, because this is what I'm doing, right? So the inside of the eyes is colored in, so I just draw a line like this and a line like this. And with expressions, our eyebrows are really important. So his eyebrows or her eyebrows are like this. So I'm gonna do straight lines like that. Okay, now that we have the eyes drawn, we're gonna do the beak. So first, I'm gonna start over here, and I'm gonna go kind of up and then back down. Next, I'm gonna go almost the same thing, but opposite. Next, I'm gonna do the middle part. So the middle part's really important because it's his beak. Well, the whole thing is, but you'll see. So I wanna go straight down. So we want a nice sharp beak like that. Turkeys also have a red thing that goes down like this. It's called a wattle. So we're just gonna start at the top and we're just gonna go a little wavy, back up. And now I'm gonna take my eraser and I'm gonna erase the inside of the wattle. So it's nice and clean. If I'm happy with how my turkey face looks, I'm gonna take a Sharpie and I'm gonna trace over all of my pencil lines that I wanna keep. Take your time, because you already worked hard to draw it. Go on the lines, tracing nice and slow. I'm not rushing. I'm taking my time. I also want to trace the outside of the face with my Sharpie. Again, I'm going nice and slow. If I need to turn my paper, because it's easier for my hand, then I'll turn my paper. The last thing you're gonna do for his face, well, now we're gonna add a neck. Straight down, and then trace it with my Sharpie. I also need to color in the inside of his eye because it's black on the inside. So I'm gonna go nice and slow. I don't want to go outside of my lines because I've worked so hard. We don't want to make it sloppy. Okay. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw lines going in opposite, or kind of like diagonals around it, because they're going to become his feathers. So I'm going to go all the way to the edge of my paper, all the way off. It's going to make him kind of look like a sun. I'm going all the way to the edge. My last step before I'm able to paint is I need to take my eraser and go over the pencil places that I had done in case there's any pencil marks and I didn't trace directly on my pencil. I can get all my pencil marks gone so it's nice and clean. And now my turkey is ready to be painted. The first thing I'm going to do is paint the turkey's face and neck. So I'm going to get my watercolor and my brush in my water. I'm going to be using brown for his face and neck. I'm going to be very careful when I'm painting that I don't paint on his eyes or his beak or anywhere else that I don't want brown. You have to be careful that you're taking your time with your painting and your paintbrush. Now I need to do his neck. Now I want to do his wattle. So they're always red, so I'm going to get red. Just a little bit. And making sure I'm keeping control of my paintbrush by using the ballerina feet or ballerina toes, which means you're just using the tip of your paintbrush. And now I'm going to paint the beak. Do orange first. Going slow around my edges so I don't spill into another section that I don't want that color in. And I had a little section there. I could also, if I wanted to, add some yellow, but first I gotta clean my brush off really well. Then I can touch my yellow and just do some yellow on top. The rest of these sections are the feathers. So I can paint them whatever colors I want. I want to do one that's nice and colorful. So I'm just gonna start with this magenta color because I really like it. And again, I'm trying my best to stay in that section that I'm working in. It's easy when you're painting if you do the outline first. That means that all the edges, and then I can go inside quicker. I'm still keeping control of my paint. I'm not getting too crazy. You can decide what colors you're gonna use. Are you gonna use all the colors? Are you just gonna use a few? I think I'm going to use like 3 colors, maybe 4. So let me think. I think I'm gonna use magenta, purple, blue, and yellow. So if I want to go to pattern, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do purple again down here. You don't have to go into a pattern. I just am choosing to. Since I'm already using magenta, might as well do all the areas that I want that color in first. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would repeat there again. It's not going to be able to follow the pattern, so I'm just going to do another one like here. Kind of spreading my colors out. Next, I'm going to do yellow. I always make sure I clean my brush really well. Look, somebody did not clean their brush really well before they touched it with an orange color. Do yellow here. See if I want to do yellow somewhere else. I'm going to do it here. And now I have painted my whole paper and my turkey is complete.